Hello and welcome back, Cruel World. Let's play 35 plus years of Advanced Squad Leader. It's a Monday, and Rob is not here tonight. Um, and I decided to look through some scenarios, and, and I found one that I think is bad. Maybe I'm being too against it. I don't know, but this one's interesting. So, today's scenario is a scenario called Birds of Prey. This is ASL scenario 46. You can find it in its original version in Last Hurrah, I believe, and then has been subsequently reprinted, I believe, twice. Once for Doomed Battalions, and then there's another more recent version of Doom Battalions, aka the fourth edition of Doom Battalions, and apparently it either has an update, which I don't think looks to be the case. Um, Hopefully they corrected the typo in it, but other than that, I don't think there's anything different. Now, as mentioned, this scenario is a rather old scenario, since Last Hurrah's been around for quite a bit. And I just thought it was a really weird, silly slash dumb scenario. Why is that? Well, multiple things. So this is a 9.5 turn scenario, which is, to my mind, insane. I don't understand why it's that long. Whatever. Secondly, it is a scenario where the Germans don't ever need to move. They just don't. And the Belgians have to do some movement, but there's just there's an excessive amount of space that does not need to exist. Suffice to say, EC for this scenario is moderate, clear, so no wind. The board 23 typically has 4 bridges, and in this scenario they are all missing except for X3. You also cannot cross this canal. It is considered deep, and it is you cannot cross it. It must be through this one bridge. Why is that important? We'll get to it with the victory condition. All buildings are a single level, single story, which again I dislike. I think that really takes out some amount of planning, some amount of things that can be done. But again, I have some complaints about this scenario. German air support is available in the form of 2 Stukas with bombs under the usual entry conditions. See E7.2, excuse me. However, the Stukas are limited to 4 consecutive Belgian player turns on board. So, as you might expect, when you have air assets, they don't automatically go away unless they break their weapons, or have mistaken attack type activities that happen. And in this case, you get them for technically 4 turns, so you can strafe to your heart's content. And there's a balance for that sort of stuff, but we'll get there. And lastly, all Belgian squads, half squads or otherwise, have assault fire capability. So presumably it does not take into account if your squad's ELR. As long as they are a squad, they will have assault fire capability. That seems very strange to me, but again, we'll see how this plays out. So, the victory conditions in this one, really simple. The Belgians win at game end if they control 23x3. So they must control the bridge. In order to control the bridge, you have to get onto the bridge road, and that can only be done via X2 and X4. So presumably, or technically, if you control X2, or if you can limit movement through X2, you will, regardless of anything, will have or maintain control of X3, and the reverse is the same. If the Belgians can control X3, then any sort of control that they can exert through X4 will guarantee them the win. I don't like that. That seems very silly. X2 and X4 being open ground means there are no shenanigans. At the very least, you could argue that the Germans have it a little bit harder because of the orchards. But again, the smallest of saving graces, excuse me, for that. So, uh, additionally, nobody starts with concealment counters. However, because nobody can see each other, because again, there are no second level things outside of these hills or these hills. Um, and the distances, anyways, everybody's essentially a blind hex. So nobody can see anybody, which means everybody gains concealment. This doesn't really matter in a lot of cases, but we'll see. Uh, and yeah, I will just say this to begin with. This scenario does have balance. The balance for both sides, the Germans is to apply a -1 DRM for air support, so to get air support, whereas the Belgian balance is to limit, and the in the quote unquote updated version of ASL-46, limited. So they did not. They have a typo in limited. I don't know how that ever went through because you'd think that someone would have read that, but whatever. The Stukas are limited to 2 consecutive Belgian player turns. So it's. I don't know if either one of them are really good as turn in terms of balance. I guess at least the allies. It's perhaps a little bit more impactful. But I don't really see a need for the Germans to have their balance, specifically because if I'm going to be honest here, if you are playing 9.5 turns, you will at least get your aircraft by turn 6. So you will get the full 4 turns out of it. Yeah, so I don't see what the problem is, or why you would give a -1. Like it's not. Yeah, we'll see. I guess technically we'll see. Shouldn't be too much of a Dennis Downer. Is that what the male version is of this? But regardless, we'll just roll from weather, no weather change, and then we'll go straight to movement phase because again, nobody can see anybody. I'm going to declare CX with my stack over on the left. They will only have 5 movements, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Similarly, another stack declares CX 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, bypass 6, 7, 8. These guys are going to declare CX, bypass 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oops, 8. Next guy, they will declare CX 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Next, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, nobody can see each other. CX 1, 2, 3, bypass 4, 5, 6, bypass 7, 8. All right. Next, we have defensive fire phase, none, no advanced fire phase, no routes. We go straight to advances. You can probably see why it makes no sense to have a third board. You're never going to stay on there. It makes no sense. And then, yeah, everybody's just going to advance 1, essentially, down south. I'm sure there's a world where maybe as the Germans you decide to like run up onto the north side of the canal and try to do something. Seems silly or ill-advised. I don't know. I've played with this sort of scenario type before where it feels like there's just no point to a first turn move because you don't get anything out of it. And I don't know why this scenario is doing its best to prove that right away. Anyways, we go to German turn 1, no weather change. I just want to double check my my access here. So arrival or entry. Do we which one did it cite again? Yeah, E7.2. So arrival, it's by SSR. We know this already, and you have to roll less than you roll one die roll. It has to roll less than current game turn number, which obviously can't be less than one unless you had the -1 DRM. Which again, I don't really know why you would need it, but so no rally phase stuff, no prep fire stuff. I could be tempted with some movement phase, but honestly, there's just no again, there's no reason for it. Um, Anybody I send north of the canal is going to die. Like, there's no way to save them, period. You just have to be really lucky. Like, as an example, I have two stacks. Both of these have the good leaders in them. I could CX them, even normal move, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then advance into AA2 or get into Z2. And I don't have a really good command of the left flank, but I can intercept potentially some guys in the open. And similarly, I can either get to X2 and then move into the woods, or go into X1 and then kind of split there. Also very possible, but I don't like. I think if I was playing somebody else, I would do that just to try and make it more exciting. But otherwise, who cares? It just. I think it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't, because it's neither is going to be fun. So ultimately, I'm not going to do anything. We'll just go straight to end phase because I don't have any defensive shooting from the Belgians. I don't have any advances I want to do because everybody's in locations I already want. Moving out just makes me more vulnerable. And like I said, if the Belgians ever get line of sight on X2 and can either interdict it or have the ability to just separate anybody north of the canal from south of the canal, you're just losing those guys for free, essentially. And that just seems very silly and bad and a bad concept. So rally phase, nothing happens. Prep fire phase, no reason to do stuff. We go to movement. These guys on the left will lose CX. They have 4 movement points. So 1, 2, 3. I can't really go through here, which sucks. Next up, other stack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Next gang is going to go 2, bypass 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't think anybody sees them. Same idea over here. They might get seen, so we'll do 1, 2, 3. Yeah, they would get seen if I went into Y9 or could go into Y9. Next up, 1, 2, 3, bypass 4, 5. And then same idea here. They will lose CX 1, 2, 3, 4, bypass 5, 6. Yep, I think that's it. Defensive fire phase, none. Advanced fire phase, none. Routes, none. Advances. You guys get in the woods. These guys are gonna wait. These guys will advance here. I'm gonna wait. I would like to wait, but I'm going to move into. No, I kind of want to squash in a little bit more. I think I'm gonna split these guys. I think that's what I'm gonna split these guys. Because right now, yeah. Right now, my fear is that I will have a Stuka attack, and he's just gonna blow somebody away. I think this is also the smart play here. And these guys were in X0, so I'm gonna do this. And this group, I don't remember where they were. I'm just gonna leave them. Unless I just like put one in here, split this up this way. Because I don't, I have no reason to shoot, right? Germans concealed in stone buildings. There's 2 wooden buildings. In V6W6, again, not really worth taking a shot at the moment. I would rather try and split up my troops as much as possible so that when a Stuka does show up, it's only hitting, 1, 2 guys at most, rather than full bore, like, murder everybody. Did not get air support, which is unfortunate. I'm going to put this over on 3 now so I don't forget this. I already rolled for weather, of which there was no change. Prep fire phase, I don't care to shoot at Belgians in stone buildings, so I will let them just plink away if they really want to. Again, nobody, like, I'm going to be taking shots on the left, essentially. Take out U3, W2, X1, V2, whatever. That's my goal here. Anybody on the right side, more power to you. I have shots I can make, and yeah. So, defensive fire phase, I'm not going to do any defensive fire phases. The Belgians, again, I need to have all of my guys collected first before I really get into some sort of action here. So, no weather change. I'm not doing any prep fire phase. I could declare opportunity fire, but that would drop their concealment, so I'm not going to bother there. I'm going to redeclare CX. I have 5 movement with these guys, so bypass 1, 2, 3, bypass 4, 5. And then get into Q4, because I need some amount of cover. As for anybody else, 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3. Since the Stuka is not here yet, just gonna assault move, 1, 2. I don't think. Oh, I might be able to dash. Do I dash on that side? You know what? Probably. I'm gonna dash. Declare a dash through Z9. I don't know if anybody sees them, but I might as well draw. Ooh, there'd be hindrance. There'd be hindrance from the bridge, but I definitely see it. I'm not gonna take a shot. That costs 3 to get in there. It can't move anymore. And then I just need to. Yeah, I think I know what I'm gonna do here. Yeah, okay. I think I have got a plan for movement. Yo, sandwich, how's it going? Defensive, none. Advancing, none. Routes, none. Advances. You're just in time to see what I would say is a bad scenario. Maybe I'm being too harsh on it, but yeah, I don't. This one's yeah, just me today. I gotta message Rob and see how things have been going. You can go there. You're gonna come down. Y'all come down. He's gonna stay up here. No. So those guys not concealed. Yeah. So today's scenario is birds of prey. Obviously, as evidenced by the title and such. It's the Belgians, and it's a very odd scenario, at least in my mind. I think it's not too well designed, but excuse me. We'll see how that turns out. So I'm gonna risk it here. They should all stay concealed because of the hedges. I believe if not only the orchards, but I believe if they have TEM, they should remain concealed. And yeah, I think everybody's kind of rejiggered how I want it to. So to give you a vision here, there's an entire board 11 that the Belgians start on, and it's useless because you're going to get past it. And the objective is to capture Bridge X3, which also is it's kind of a dumb thing, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Turn 3 Germans. Also, it's a 9.5 turn scenario, and that's kind of insane for them to do. But yeah, there's 3 of them, I think. I think 3 versions just because they didn't update it in one of them. So Last Hurrah, Doom Battalions, 3rd edition, Doom Battalions 4th edition. Um, I believe this is the 3rd edition version, but I don't think there's any major difference between 3 and 4. Sadly, I don't have 4th edition, mainly because I already own Doom Battalions, and MMP has no incentive structure for updated scenarios. I actually really wish that you could, like, they had like a, show us your box, or if in your internal records it showed that you purchased the previous version, if that would be enough for them to just send you like digital copies. Yeah, I think sending in the box would just be like, I think they should just do it digitally. They already released digital scenarios on their website, and sending in a box, like the boxes can be big, and some people, there were versions where when they stopped having boxes, they would just send out zip bags. So not really the best. Germans go for uh, air support. Unfortunately, they do not get their air support this turn. I don't think it's going to matter. Nothing in rally phase. Prep fires empty. Movement none. Defensive. Now, defensive here is something I might want to do. Starting it without the box feels weird because it's such a small box. But not to say I don't believe you. More just it feels awkward. Like yeah. Yeah, okay. Defensive, I think. Do I try this now? I have 24 firepower. Halved to an up 3. Yeah. Yeah. I have to take some chances here. As much as I don't really want to, because of Stukas. So I'm going to declare with all 4 of these squads, or all 4 stacks of squads, they're going to shoot into W6. Again, they're the least protected, so 1 hindrance, 1 hindrance. Oops. This should be... Oh, I clips it in the worst... Alright, well, it's a +4 shot. Alright. 13? Pretty sure it's nothing. I'm not going to mark them because it's just going to go away instantly. I've got no other shots. Like, that's a 4 up 2. 4 up 2. Is that worth it? You know what? I've already got guys exposed. I might as well. 4 up 2. No. All right. Like I said, not going to mark them because it just goes away in the advancing fire phase. No routes, no advances because it's the Germans. No CC. We go to turn 4 Belgians. We'll drag the Stukas down a little bit. Weather, no change. No rally phase actions to do. Prep fire, I'm going to try and do the same. Although, do I keep these guys instead? It is an extra 4. Yeah, you know what? I'll do the same thing as before. So 12 up 4. 11 on 12. 11 on 12 is nothing. All right. Now it is worthwhile to mark them. And then again, another 4 up 2. No. Okay. We'll go to movement phase. In the movement phase, these guys lose their CX, and then we'll do 1, 2, 3. This guy is concealed, and he's going to assault move there for 1. And then over here, I think I just have to wait. I think that's their plan. Oh, right, I did want to assemble this, which he's already unconcealed, so I'll just mark him on top. Because I need that MMG functioning. Also, I'm really hoping that this does not actually pop the alerts. Yeah, it shouldn't. Oh, you know what? Maybe, unless it's chat box. We're going to take that off just in case. Okay. Yeah, that's movement phase. Defensive. As the Germans, I have no reason to shoot yet. Advancing fire phase, none. Routes, advances. I do have advances. In the advance phase, we're going to shuffle some guys down. Take the prep fires off. You go there, and you go here. And then... I'm going to send one squad there. This guy goes there. And you go there. Nobody else here has to... Well, that's not true. I should probably move those guys. They're all heavily stacked, though. I think we'll keep it this way. German turn 4. Weather, no change. Do they get Stukas? They do get Stukas. So, air support. I've already done air support a bunch. Yeah, honestly, the aid morale gets to be pretty scary. But the problem is that the objective is really limiting on what you can and cannot do. So I might have to try and suicide a couple squads, essentially, and hope that they make it to X3. And if they don't, then... not that it's game over automatically, but it makes it really hard. Like, really hard. Yeah. And there's not really a way around it. I think the only way to kind of... Yeah, like... The only way to get around it would be, like, advancing everybody into, like, giant 3 squad stacks and then just taking one giant shot at X6, but it's silly. So, entry, I don't have to make the extra die roll because the Stukas, there's already supposed to be 2 and they're supposed to have bombs, so you don't do any rolls for that. And essentially... we just use normal attack, aerial attack stuff for ground support. I don't have to do, or I don't really get to do anything until it's the Belgians' turn, as far as I'm aware. I believe their turn that they arrive is their turn of movement type idea. Yeah, once you get them. Last sentence of E7.2. It's once he does this, his air support must be placed on board in his next movement phase. So, so yeah, no rally phase stuff. I'm not gonna prep fire. I'm not gonna move. The move phase happens. The Stukas get placed on board, just to show that they exist. And I can't do anything with them because prep fire is already over, and I don't believe they can do anything in the advanced fire phase. Or if they can, it's reduced. I don't know. I've never really bothered. I don't care to do with them. So that's it for movement phase. No defensive fire phase. Yes. So in the defensive fire phase, I'm gonna have a mortar shoot at some concealed guys. V6. That is a +2 for shooting at a concealed guy, which means they will miss. They will get their rate of fire, so I will shoot again. That time they should hit, but they will get no effect. I do get another shot with them. That's another miss. So they are considered shot. Semi-dia, mortar, R4 takes a shot. No and no rate. Now I need to do... I think I'm just going to target W6 and with this just entire line of guys. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 squads. It's 32 firepower. It's halved to 16. I'm just gonna roll it, and I believe the most is +4. I don't think anybody has more than a +4, so that's a 10 on 16 is a normal morale check. So this gets revealed, morale check. It's a normal, so thankfully the leader passes, squad's okay, and the other squad is also okay because of the -2. So I'm just gonna do this. And in light of that, do I shoot with anybody else? Everybody's got 5 range, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, you know what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. I'm just gonna try and see if I can take out a stack here. This leader's gonna stay concealed because he doesn't need to show himself. But I will take another giant shot with these guys. I'm just gonna roll it and we'll see. I think the worst here is just a +1. Yeah. Yeah, just +1. It is 8, 16, 24, 30 firepower, up 3. That's an 8 on 30, which is a 3 morale check. All right, they'll pass it for sure. Nope. No and no. All right, they all break. We'll just mark them all as first fired. That's it. No advanced fire phase. Routes. My guys will essentially route back to X7. And yeah, that's it. I will, in the advanced phase, I'm going to move these guys to W6. No CC. We go to Belgian turn 5. Let's do weather check. No weather change. No rally phase stuff to do outside of this one German squad here, or leader. Unfortunately, that's a +5 down 1, so he's not going to get it, so that just goes away. I guess technically it could have moved to a leader, but whatever. Yeah, prep fire phase, mortar against W6. I believe that's a miss. So it's a +3. And I think at that range I need 7. Yeah. So it's a miss, but it is rate, same shot twice. That'll be a miss and rate. Another miss, no rate. I'm actually really surprised I haven't hit a sniper yet. If only the German sniper was 4. Other mortar does the same thing. No hit, but rate, and no rate, no hits. And then I'm just gonna try and do the same, really. So I think that was 32. I think that was 16 up 4. 13 on 16. No, definitely not. So they all get marked. And I guess I might as well, since I don't really have anything else to do. I'm just going to do the same thing. It'll be a 15 firepower, I believe, this time around. Up 3. 8 on 15 is a 1 morale check. Okay, leader passes, squad passes, and the other guy pins. So these guys are all fine. There is 1 no sniper. All right. I do have rate, so I will shoot a 4. I believe that's a 4 up 3. No. All right, never mind. Now, the dreaded part here. Stukas come in. Now the Stukas get essentially free reign. I'm just going to take the prep fires off because everybody is shot. The only people who haven't done anything are leaders. So there's no point. I can't move with anybody anyways. But this is, I guess technically, since nobody moves, the Stukas can't... Do they attack specifically in the move phase? I'm pretty sure no. I think you can wait till defensive fire phase. Yeah, or the plane's defensive fire phase. So it doesn't really matter. I'm gonna go. Oops. I'm gonna go to defensive, just because it makes a little bit more sense here than anywhere else. So these squads are one squad's pinned, but the other can do stuff, and Stukas. So the Stukas, I'm going to. I do have right of inspection, so I can. I am definitely targeting this guy, and who do I think would be the best target possible? Maybe this guy? Okay, so Stukas act differently than other ground support aircraft. So specifically E7.403, a Stuka must start a point attack from a hex adjacent to its target hex. Actually, I guess I should just do it this way. Where it must pass its sighting task check and make any initial MG attack with only 4 firepower. So sighting TC, I will do the left one first, because that just whatever. So task check. So they are targeting guys in the open. There is no smoke DRM. There's no pluses because the target is not in a building or orchards or anything like that. They aren't even in brush or grain or anything. And are they within 1, 2, 3, 4? They are within 4 hexes of a non-hip MMC friendly that does technically have LOS, or I imagine has LOS. I don't think they would have blind hex, but I forget. There's no dust or mist or anything like that. And they aren't hip or entirely concealed, so there's -2. So essentially, it goes down to 6. That is less than their morale, so they will get to attack. So first things first, the Stuka hits them with 4 firepower. 6 on 4 is a normal morale check. Fine and break. That sucks. So after its initial MG, if any is... Oh, and the survivors are pinned. I always forget that. So after its initial MG, attack is resolved. They move into the target hex itself, where it may attack again with its MG and drop its bomb load using the O to 6 column on the 2-hit table. Following its attack, the Stuka must attempt to continue moving along its hex for 3 more hexes in order to, get shot at and stuff. I don't have anybody doing air, light AA or anything like that. So, question is, do I use my bomb to attack them? I think no, because that is 150. What is 150 in this? It'd be 30 firepower. I feel like 30 firepower there is wasted. I would rather keep it for like these buildings or something like that. So I'm just gonna take another shot at 4 firepower. Okay. I believe because it's an aircraft, it does not trigger sniper. I tend to like confirming this, so let's just double check. And of course, I looked away as soon as I'm gonna do drop bombs there, but actually I wasn't gonna do drop bombs, so it doesn't matter. But 3 on 4 is pretty deadly. So sniper, I'm pretty sure non-OBA artillery. So I guess they do. That's strange. Does sniper activate? It does. So I'll do that afterwards. So 3 on 4, I believe is a 2 check. It is a 2 check. So 2 morale check. He's fine, and this guy is reduced. So first blood, although that is going to quickly change because of this sniper that rolls 1, 2, 3. He has to target W6. Random selection, leader, squad, and other squad. Wow, I got lucky. So only 1 squad breaks. Unfortunately, it wasn't the pin guy, but and then this Stuka moves 3 hexes. Nobody takes a shot at him, and they essentially go away for the moment. And then next up, Stuka, the other Stuka, I'm gonna have them target Z2. They do a task check. That I believe is also another sniper. which is kind of crazy. The target's in a building, which we already said is a +2. They're not concealed or entirely concealed or hip, so it's a -2. And there's a +1. No, there is no known friendly unit, so they will spot them with no issue. Sniper does not activate. I get to shoot them with 4 firepower, which does not mean anything for them. And I go into the hex. I will drop my bomb on this one. 2 hit is a hit because it is, I believe it's against infantry. Let me double check here. I don't think it's auto area target type. I think you have a choice between the 3. I'm pretty sure you have a choice against the 3. Bombs. Each Stuka carries 1 bomb. IFT versus unarmored. Or on the HE to kill table. Against all targets in LOS of the building hacks with the same effect versus a single die. This bomb capacity cumulative is 1 per aircraft. Yada yada yada. Yeah, both vehicle and non-vehicle. The same 2 hit is applicable to both target types. I guess technically I should have used my, there's no point using my MG again. So yeah, I think, yeah, it'll be against infantry, which means I hit it because I need an 8. There's a +3 for stone building, and that's it. There's no other modifier there. So on 30, with no modifier, 8 on 30 is a 3 morale check. So 3 morale check, break, and break. The Stuka moves 3 hexes, nobody shoots at them for obvious reasons, and they are moved. They don't have their bomb anymore, and that's it for defensive. Advanced firing phase, everybody had shot, so nothing else can do there. In the rout phase, the attacker must go first, so I'm going to have him back up to V1. These guys are both going to go to Z1, sorry. Leader's going to go below. And that's it. Oh, Germans do get a rally, or a route. And I'm going to have them go to X7. Because I would like to get these guys back. Yeah. Advances. Guy with the MMG is going to advance. Leader can stay there. I think now is the time. Now is the time, I think. So, these guys are pinned, which is a bummer. Yeah, I think the next turn for sure has to be made. Next turn attack to try and get this stone bridge has to be made, I think. Yeah. Yep. That's it for advances. No CC. We go to German turn 5. We can take off our pins here. Weather. It's heavy winds now. Pretty sure that is heavy winds. Wind. Heavy winds. Again, not that that's going to matter because of, you know, everything involved. But, yeah. Important development, I guess. If there was smoke, if there was a chance, I guess, yeah, the infantry smoke does exist. It is a thing. But it's just so hard to consider using it when it's just a 1 in 6 chance. Anyways, rally phase. I'm going to attempt to rally a leader. I will get him. Now his -2 will apply, so I will get the squad back. I will get the next squad, and then the DM guy is technically just a +1. I will not get him back, which is pretty unfortunate. Leader here is going to reveal himself in order to try and rally 2 squads. They will not be successful. And then over here, same idea. a leader will reveal himself to try and rally and not be successful. That's it. We go to prep fire. In the prep fire phase, I do have my Stukas that I can do stuff with, and I think my goal here... These mortars can see stuff and get acquisition now, which is a little bit of a bummer. I don't think it's super consequential, though. I think, therefore, I am... I'm going to have Stuka against U3 task check. I'm pretty sure I will not be able to see this guy, but I won't suffer any penalties. So +3 for woods. That's not true. I'm gonna miss out on that one. Yeah. So it's +3 for being in woods. Then -2 for not being concealed. But then another +1 for being 4 hexes. So it's a +4, which brings that to 15. I can only get it down to 13. And then it won't matter anyways. So there is a case of mistaken attack, which I hate that. Is it the nearest? Yeah, unit that's closest in hexes. So it has to attack W6. That is a +2, so 8 on 4, nothing. But these guys are pinned because it's a Stuka attack. Then it goes in, and we'll make another shot, and then the Stuka will leave. After a mistaken attack, I believe they must... do they must? Okay, no, you don't have to recall them. Blah, blah, blah. Original. Okay, I don't think you have to recall them. Mistaken attack. Oh, that's for... Oh, that's for aerial observation. That's why I was very confused. Yeah, I guess you don't have to. Not a completely blind hex. Yada, yada, yada. Okay, yeah, you can't exit off board. Okay, cool. So I guess technically this aircraft does exist and is just placed to the side having attacked. I will then declare with my other Stuka. I was kind of hoping... I guess those guys can't really... Yeah, there's not much in the way of line of sight that they can do. Let's hope. I think this... It's either these two or these two, but considering one has a concealed unit, maybe this is the plan here. CC3 against the guys next to him. It is a +4 down 2, so it's another no. But he just doesn't get to attack because it did not get to 12 because of the -2. Other prep fire stuff, not particularly anymore because this guy's pinned. And these guys will eventually have to move. But thankfully, I don't even really need to move. It's just, yeah, it's a weird scenario. Movement phase, I'm going to have these guys assault move to Y7. That's it. Defensive. Mortar against W6. I believe that's a hit, but no rate, no effect. And I can finally give this guy an acquisition that matters. Next mortar, same idea. That is a miss, but he does get acquisition and no rate. Okay. Yeah, next up, all these guys against him. Shoot, okay. I can't imagine that they'll do anything. It's a +4, so it's 16 regardless. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 28. 16 on 28. 16 on 28. No, you can only even get a 15 is the highest. Okay. So they're all marked. We'll just do this. And then, yeah, those guys are broken. So I will do, what was that? 16, 2, 3, 4. 24, so 12 up 4. It's 11 on 12. Miss. I did get rates with the MMG, and I guess because of the way that they would be pointed, I will take a shot at, again, W6 has a 4-3. No, all right. Not going to bother. No advanced fire phase. No routes. Advances is an interesting question here. Advances is a very interesting question. I think I'm going to hold back on advances and let these guys generate concealment. And then just hopefully not suffer any consequences here. No CC. We go to Belgian turn 6. Again, not much has really happened. It's kind of a, you just kind of fight for one spot, and that sucks. Or at least in my opinion, I think that sucks. Rally phase. Do the 6 first. Down 2, he'll get it. And then I need 2 8s. They'll both get it. So everybody's back. Germans will attempt 1 rally. They'll get them back. This guy gained concealment, or that stack, I should say. And that's it. Prepfire phase. So same idea here. I'm going to have this whole stack shoot again at Y6. We'll just roll it. It's a +4. So I believe that was 11. It's another 11 on 12. But this time, no rate of fire. So can't do anything there. Mortar. Mortar 1. Ka-chunk. It's a miss. Oh, have I been counting it as a plus? I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure I was counting that. For whatever reason, I had the building in mind, which doesn't count. Whatever. It's not the end of the world. So no hits. Actually, would be a hit, no rate. That's what I'm looking at here. 50, it's a 3 firepower, I believe. Yeah. That will have the +2. So it's a 9 on 3. Yeah, no effect. And no rate. So they're prepped. Other mortar, same idea. Hit, no rate. No effect. Now, great question here is, what do I want to do here? Let's do 16 firepower up 3. Because I believe that's, yeah, the most anybody gets is 1 from the hindrance. And, oops. The most anybody gets is +1 from the hindrance. So it's a +3, I believe I said on 16. 11 on 16 is a Pintash check. He's fine. That sucks. Okay. I'm going to... Oh, right. There's heavy winds, so I can't do anything. Does heavy winds immediately stop or prevent? It must. There's no way you would be able to have... Like, how could you have infantry smoke? Wire, gusts. Does it not say here? Environmental conditions, spreading fire, wind force. If the wind force is heavy winds, fire from a terrain blaze spreads automatically to any burble, free, yada yada yada. Fire from a wreck blaze, yada yada. Smoke has no effect. Yeah, okay. So I can't get smoke. So, we're just gonna try and pray, because I'm going to need to reveal somebody to deal with it anyways. That's true, and I would either need to reveal everybody or reveal only take one guy's shot. So, yeah, 248 goes to W2, normal move for 2. I will take a shot with this squad. No effect. And his firepower, he'd leave 1 residual, which doesn't matter, but just because. And then he continues to X2 for 4 total. I'm just going to pop the death squad, or death stack here, because I don't trust it. Everybody just shoots, leader directed, because there's no reason not to. That is a -3 shot on 24. So 3 on 24 is a 2K. And I hope that people can now understand why this is a bad scenario. Because now I can't go into X2 without taking a 12 down 2 shot. There's just nothing you can do against that. I can't dash either. It's really just pray. I just don't think it's gonna work. Which I guess is technically fine. I'm technically in the movement phase. Yeah, I don't really want to risk anything else at the moment. I think it was worthwhile getting the concealment off, but that's it. Movement phase. Do I do anything in the movement phase? Not particularly. Like, I've already lost a half squad. I'm just trying to think of, is there anybody else that, like, any other way I could send a guy and not be punished? Not really. I have to enter X3 through X2. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna wait. Defensive fire phase, everybody that I care to shoot with has shot, except the Stukas. So, we'll get back to Stuka shenanigans. I'm going to declare... I'm going to declare 1 Stuka against R4. Fast check. It's another +4 down 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's not within. I think that's another mistaken attack, which that's annoying. So 4 firepower doesn't matter. They're all pinned. And then 4 firepower doesn't matter. He just goes away. That's a bummer, having that happen twice. Now, these guys are all pinned. Like I said, it's not going to matter. Yeah. Next Stuka that I really hope does not muck things up. Where do I want him to attack? BB3 is a really... Like, I'm kind of tempted to do BB3 again. Yeah, you know what? Target BB3. It's a +3... down 2. That's just another miss. I don't think there's anything else. Advanced fire phase. I mean, I could get 9 up 4? No. Trying to fish for results at this point, which is not great. Advances. Yeah, I need to make a move here. So I'm gonna do... Is this guy minus? No. Okay. I'm gonna have 1 squad go there. This gang's gonna go here. You're gonna jump. You're gonna jump. You go in the woods. You go in the open. Woods. Open, open. Doesn't really matter where this guy goes. I guess, like, I'll keep him more central. This guy can also move back, because he's really not useful at the moment. And this guy's going to also move back so that he's not as tempting a target. That's it for advances. We go to CC, of which there are none. We go to German turn 6. I have to try and remember. I got my guy on turn 4, I believe. So I only get them for 5, 6, 7, 8. I have to remember I lose them at 8. Take off pins. Don't need that. There are no rally phase action things I need to do. We go to prep fire phase, and this is going to be pretty standard here. Stuka versus Y2. Okay. 6 on 4 is a normal morale check. So that guy's pinned anyways, and this guy breaks. And then because it's a point attack, he shoots again. No effect. So this just goes away. Guy with the bomb. I really want to. I'm gonna try against Z2. Huzzah! It's a +3 down 2, which is another miss. Man, this Stuka sucks. You can't see anything. Love seeing people who are, somehow have Prime and are bots. Alright. Prep for phase, W6 against the guy in W3. That's an up 1 only, but on 5 firepower, I'm pretty sure that'll be a miss. The death stack shoots, and I can't imagine that's anything but like a just bad. 5 on 24, I believe. K4. Yuck. 4 morale check. Yeah, you're not in a good place. ELR is 3. Yeah, that also ELRs this guy. I did not get rate. Don't need it. Do I open myself up for that? Is a great question. You know what? I feel like I kind of need to. 10 firepower up 1. No, 10 on 10. Pretty sure is nothing. Moving phase, none. Do I want to? Do I wanna? It's a great question. I might be able to see, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is it worth it? I'm gonna wait on that one, and I'm gonna assault move the 8-0 there. Defensive fire phase, mortar 1, shoot, miss. Yes, that would be a miss. He's definitely at 2 now, but there's a +1 down 2, so it's a 9. That'll be a miss. And no rate. Mortar, second guy, shoot. That should also be -2. Should be +1 -2. Goes down to 6. That is a hit and rate, no effect. Second shot, +3 down. Or sorry, +1 down 2. So down 1. Yeah, it's a hit. No rate. It's a up 2 on 3. Yeah, no effect. Not everybody can see X6, which is a very big problem. So I'm going to keep trying to punch at Y6, which it's a +4 shot, but it is +4 on 12, 20, 28. So 8 on 28. 3 morale check. All right, just going to pass 2, 3 morale checks. Okay. That's insane. Sniper doesn't activate. That is legitimately insane. I disagree with it. This gang is all going to collectively shoot at W6. It's another really good roll. I believe the modifier is a +3. So 12, 24, 7 on 24 is probably another 3 check. It is another 3 check. Huzzah! He'll fail. I'm not going to bother marking him because they can't move, and all the defensive goes away anyways. Advanced fire phase, none. Routes. Routes can be done. Actually, I'll just overstack for the moment, doesn't matter, and then I'll go to Y7. So that's fine. Wow, I guess my plan, yeah, like I was kind of expecting Y6 to break, and then I would just move in more guys, which is not the case anymore. Yeah. Kind of a big ripperoni. No other routes for the attacker. Defender here. Yeah, that guy being broken really sucks. He has to route back. I'm gonna break this leader so I can go with him. And this guy will go 3, 5. Advances none. Or at least, do I have anyone I want to do? No, because this guy's stuck on the wrong side. This 458 is going to go to W8. I'm going to see if I can be a little cheeky. It's probably going to bite me in the ass, but you never know. And, you know what? I am going to swap these two guys. I'm going to move the 9-2 onto... Like, he's technically concealed, but he'll lose it eventually. And then these... You know what? I'm going to have one guy there and this guy there. I think I need to just spread out my guys a little bit. That's it. That's it for advances. CC, none. Belgian turns 7. Like I said, I need to get some movement here at this point. It's the only thing I really got. No weather change. Rallies. I have to do the self-rallies first. Self-rally is a success, which is nice. And then he's going to try and rally, doesn't get it. And then over here, yeah, I needed just crazy numbers. Over here, doesn't get it. Prep fire phase. I don't really have anything for prep. Mortar in Q5 shoots at the guy at the wall. That should hit him, but it won't. I believe it's a +1 against the wall, because wall indirect should be a +1, right? Yeah. So there's a +1, which is great for the Germans because that means well, I guess it's a pin test check anyways. They're fine. But specifically, no rate from this mortar is also good. Do I target same one? I'm going to try mortar and R4 against Y6. I don't know if he has line of sight. He definitely won't hit. He does have line of sight. Okay. So no hit, no rate, but I do have line of sight, which is good. I need to leverage that. Guys on the right are going to try and pop the stack in Y6. We'll just take the shot. Man, MMG doesn't break on on 11. That sucks for me as the Germans. But that's a +4. I believe I've already said that is a 30. It's 12, or sorry, 28. So 15 on 28 is a miss. You guys are all prepped. Yeah, I don't really have anything else. The heavy winds taking out smoke really hurts because I actually want to try for smoke, but now I can't. Like, it's not even a case of like yeah, it's not even like I waited too long and then the smoke just like can't help or does not help enough. Now it's literally I just don't have smoke. Yeah, everybody, I think all these guys are going to have to, like, shift up and stuff. So, first and foremost, it might seem very silly. I got to hope for, like, 12s and stuff. So, squad in W3 is going to assault move to X2. And then this stack is just going to do what it's always done. It's another -2, which is the 4 on 24 or whatever it is. Yeah, it's KIA, just straight KIA. I'm just gonna not be able to. I'm just gonna run out of opportunities because now I can't move again. I can't move into this hex. It's just not. It's not viable. Um, yeah, I don't. I just don't think there's anything I can do. Defensive fire phase, none. Oh, that's not true. I can't actually start being aggressive. Um, first and foremost, Y6, that stack is going to shoot at the guy in V2. I know it's at least a +2. Oh, wow, that's clean? Okay, well, there's +1 down. It's flat. It's 8 on 5. Pretty sure it can't. Isn't, it's a pin task check? Okay, well, I'll take it. You're fine. Okay. So they've shot as well. Stukas. I'm going to try and be, I'll say smart here, but that, hopefully y'all understand. Against V2, task check. He sees them. 4 firepower. That's a pin task check. He's pinned anyways. I guess I don't technically have to make that roll. And then another shot. No effect. Stuka goes away. Next guy with the bomb. You know what? Well, let's just try. Okay, I'm attacking with the bomb because I just want to... At this point, it doesn't really matter. 3 on 4, I believe, is a 2 morale check. This guy breaks. Sniper activates again. 4-1. Has to target the guy in the open. Wow, I don't think I've ever been luckier to have just a twerp that's just in the open. 2 hits. Definitely a hit. Man, that's a 7 on... What is it? 7 on 30? 4 morale check. I forgot to do the machine guns again. Yeah, he's eliminated. Even on a 3. Wow, that's... Ouch. I'm not sure if that mortar dies or anything. I'm going to assume no. You've used your bombs. You go here. Sniper doesn't activate for the Germans. And then that's it. Advanced fire phase, none. Yeah, realistically none. Yeah, the Germans are just too far away, I think, at the moment. Routes, I don't believe this is getting closer. Is this getting closer to him? 6. Nope. All right, cool. So he's just going to keep going to Y7. They're in relative safety. The Belgians don't have anybody that can route. Advance phase. Yeah, this is also like, I also can't go too early, because if I go too early, I will miss out on things. We're going to have this mortar try and creep up. And I guess, do I keep him here? Yeah, just for the firepower. Yeah. I just don't really see another way out of this. No CC. German turn 7. No wind change. Take off our pins. Broken guys. So the non-DM guy first, and then the DM guy. Should have done it backwards. 6 to a 10. If I had a -1 on him, he would have been fine. So I get a squad back. Over here, he comes back. And over here, he comes back. Alright. Almost everybody rallied. Prep fire phase. I will again try 5 flat. 4 on 5. Man, I'm getting really... Hey. You gotta be kidding me. Alright, this is bad. This might be death knell stuff. And I do have my Stukas for one last... This is my player turn, and then their last one is on the next Belgian one. Screw it, Stuka target. There's just a -2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, nope. So they'll instantly or automatically get it. That's a normal morale check. He's fine. He's fine. Sniper doesn't activate. 5 on 4 should be 1 check. So 1 guy's reduced. Stuka goes away. And I might as well just pour it on. So task check, again, there's just minuses on this one. So 4 firepower, no effect. And then 4 firepower, yeah, that's just a pin test check, which they can't do. So this just goes away for the moment. I think I have line of sight from X6 to Z2, so I'll just take a shot and then we'll see here. Should have line of sight, yeah. It's a +2 shot. So it's an 11 on 24. 1 morale check, okay. Pin, and he's fine. Could have been way worse. Yeah, I got nothing else. Movement, I mean, I don't even really need to do movement. I'll just advance him afterwards, and this guy can advance as well, I guess. I don't know. There's just not really a point to move as the Germans. Just park your butt, take the +3, and spray. This guy needs to be on top, so I know. So yeah, these guys are going to retaliate against Y6. We'll just roll it. It's an 11 this time on 26. 11 on 26, 1 morale check against Stack and Y6. Leader breaks, squad breaks, other guy's fine. Sniper does not activate. These guys are all marked. Mortar is going to take a shot at that target. They will get a hit and rate. They don't benefit from the -1 this time because I moved them. That's a 9 on 3, no effect. Mortar will take another shot. No hit, no rate. Oops. Yeah, like the only other things I can do is a 8 up 4 maybe. Not really. Advanced fire phase, none. Routes. In the route phase. Broken guys go back to Y7. These guys are going to route to W1. That's it. Advances, the normal 548 is going to go back. Everybody else can stay where they are. I'm still tempted to move, like, X7 to W8, but it's not really a point. Yeah, not really a point. No CC. We go to Belgian turn 8. I am questioning many things about this scenario as time progresses. Weather, no change. Rally phase actions. I've got 2 rallies to attempt. No and no. And the Germans will have 1 without DM. He'll get it back. Leader does not come back, nor does the squad. That's it for rally phase. Prep. In the prep fire phase, mortar. Hit and rate, no effect. That should be a hit because it's plus. It's a down 1 overall. So hit, no rate. No effect. Earmark prepped. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep trying to bust down Y6. It's another really good roll. 9 on, what was it, 28? 2 check. Okay. 2 morale check. Break and pin. That's pretty crazy. Movement phase. Like, what do you even attempt to do, you know? either my neighbors are making like the craziest garlic bread, or something smells like it's on fire. Not good. Pretty sure I don't see anything. All right. Boy, howdy. What do I do? Actually, I'm gonna take a second here because that smell is really bugging. I need to know that it's not in my apartment. All right, we good. They're just making food. Okay, so I need to move some people. 237. Do I normal move them? This is like the last guy I can sacrifice before I get like one turn of shooting. So let's, man, I just don't know like what would be. It would have to be like a 12 to break the LMGs. Random selection, all three of them, and then this guy rolls like snake eyes. He'll go to X1 for 1, and then X2 for 3. I'm gonna declare a Stuka attack on him. There's a -2 +1. Like that's a hit. He gets pinned. It's a point attack. Okay, Stuka did nothing other than pin. I'm going to take a shot from X6 and do the usual. That's a -3 shot, because I believe once you're pinned, you just aren't considered moving anymore. But it is still open ground. So down 3, it's a 5 on 24. It's a K4. That guy just dies. And once more, there is a 12 residual. Uh, 458 declares assault move, goes to T3, from T3 to U3. Squad in U3 is going to assault move to V2, because I really, like, I don't have any good options. Sucks. Stuka will declare on this guy. Task check, sees him. 6 on 4, normal morale check, and he's pinned automatically. And then second shot, another normal, he's fine. These Stukas will both go away. And sniper doesn't activate. Alright, the German sniper has been asleep all day. Kind of regret not taking on this, but I think it's fine. Speaking of, concealed guy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, like these guys are just gonna do desperate stuff here. This guy is going to... No, there's no... I'm just gonna advance them both. Yeah. I don't think there's a good thing I can do with this. He's gonna assault move. And then I just gotta pray. Defensive fire phase. Nothing really. Advance, none. Routes. I just have the Germans that have to route, so they will go down 1. Those guys are already there. Advances. As much as I want to save, like... This 8-0 is going there. You're going... Actually, the 8-0... Yeah, no, because he's just going to... Yeah, it doesn't work for him. You're going to go there. He can stay here for a second. The 8-1... goes down. And that way, with the -1, maybe I can... There's just no... Mortar goes up. Loses AC. I don't... Yeah, maybe that's like... Maybe that's what I should have done. like a turn earlier is just start moving them. I don't know. Anyways, that's it for advances. We go to German turn 8. Take off our pins. Weather, no change. It's a second sniper potential there. Rally phase actions. Gonna have a leader. Try and rally a leader. Gets him. Now there's a -2, which perfect time to mess that up. First German losses come to a 12 on a rally. And then second guy, he comes back. So I get 2 squads back, which is great. Rally attempt, he makes it. This comes out. And then rally, he also comes back. And that's it. There's just the one guy that casualty reduced himself. That should go there. Prep fire phase. In the prep fire phase, I am going to have this, the death stack, shoot into Z2. That's a really good shot. It's a +2 shot on 24, so 7 on 24 is a 3 morale check, and this is what I was worried about. Leader breaks, squad super breaks, and break. So you ELR, everybody else breaks. And that was the one thing I was worried about. Like, oh, +4, like, I know it's crazy, but I need this stack to shoot at them and survive. So that didn't work out. Oops, not what I wanted. Yeah, whatever. What else do I prep fire here? 2.5 up 1. 7 on 2.5 might be a pin. No. Good roll. Just bad firepower. Nothing else for me to do realistically. Movement, none. Defensive. Mortar is going to. There's no way that sees that. Mortar against Y6. No. In the interest of fairness, or because this scenario sucks, does this see? Yeah, no. Okay, I was completely right. I'm glad I trusted my gut on that one. That just wouldn't have ever made any sense. If I get into U3, you'll see for sure, just because of the angle involved. But 12 up 4. 11 on 12. Pretty sure it's nothing. No. I've gotten 11 on 12 a bunch of times. That sucks. I don't know why I'm marking these guys the wrong thing. I do that so often. We'll do a 12 up 4. No. No way. No other shots, no advance. Routes is a great question. I think I will route everybody. MMG gets left behind. The only... So, I could potentially leave him there. I do only have 2 turns. If I leave them here, right? Here's the dilemma. If I leave them there, I have to make a move on that bridge anyways. If I don't somehow get that bridge this turn, I don't see how I'm getting it on turn 9.5. In fact, I pretty much need to move. Which, you know, not the end of the world necessarily. Like, I've got this stack, they can do something. Like, I can hopefully just suicide those 3 guys and make it. But I need to have the 4 most consistent, best rallies ever in my life in order to get this stack back and shoot and able to shoot. Because this mortar's not doing it. So, I guess in the interest of just trying something, because going to Z1, the only thing that does is let me do a thing on turn 9.5, which maybe that's what I should do, but -12, or -12, 12 -3 minimum, and most likely a -4 if you're not adjacent is just so impossible. Like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do against that or for that or whatever. Um, all right. That's it for routes. Advances. I'm going to send both 548s there, and I'm going to send one guy to X5. I'm going to send this guy to W8. And 8-0 leader can go there for sure. This guy, like... This guy will assault move. Will advance into Z5. Because at this point, it doesn't matter. Like, if the Belgians shoot, they can't move, and now I'm just flooding the box. Like, now there's just... You have to... I have more guys that have better lines of sight on X2 that can all take shots. It's just, I don't know how you get around that at this point. So, Belgian turn 9. Weather is no change. Rallies. Self-rally attempt. That would have been fantastic if he didn't have the +1 for self-rallying. If I'd gotten a 3 instead of a 4. Rally over here. Okay, this guy suffers it twice. Sure. This 8-1 is causing problems, I think. Prep fire phase. In the prep fire phase, I have 3 chances here. So mortar against stack. It's a hit plus rate, no effect. Sniper doesn't activate again. Second shot, no hit, no rate. Okay, that's number 1. Not the end of the world. Not great. I don't... If I'm looking at it this way, they do see him. What's the range? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the only chance I think I have. 12 of 4. 11 on 12 is another nothing. We've been there before too many times, some might say. Last chance, another 12 up 4. I don't even know if this guy technically... He should see him. Yeah. But still up 4. I can't believe it. I've gotten 11s every time I tried to shoot there. Alright. Operation Hail Mary. We go to movement phase. 1. 2, 3. Big stack shoots. It's a -4 shot. So it's a 5 on 24. K4. Alright, who takes the random selection? So, this guy dies. Leader is wounded. And it's now a 4 morale check. He's wounded, so this guy's pinned. And there's now 12 residual. I will also take the opportunity to shoot a 5 down 2, because the leader is technically... Okay, well, it doesn't matter. That would have been the shot to ruin it, but not going to happen. This guy is going to... I mean, there's no 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there's just nothing else to really do. Defensive fire phase, all done. I mean, I'll do a 5 up 1 on that. 5 on 5. It's not cowering because the leader. 1 morale check. Alright, well, it's just pinned. Could be way worse. Advanced fire phase, none. Routes, some. Some to do. Take off residual. So, actually none to do. Wow. Advances. This leader can't gain control, so it doesn't matter. I can at least prevent movement through it. I also need to do this. There. Let's do this. I also need to just flood the box here. You can go here. I'm essentially gambling on a crit on X6 and hoping that works. Because otherwise, I don't, I don't know what I can do. This guy's gonna stay back actually. No CC. We go to German turn 9. German turn 9 weather, no change. That's wow. That's a lot of those. Pins come off, and we go to no rally phase actions for the Germans. The Belgians get to rally. Leader rallies, does not get the medium or that guy back. Okay, so they get one squad back. Prep fire phase. 5 up 1, no effect. Pretty sure it's no effect anyways. I'm gonna reveal 8 firepower. Right. 24 down 2. 3 on 24 is a 2 KIA. Alright, well, who gets it? Both squads. Both squads take the KIA. Leader auto breaks. I got ready to fire, so I will take a shot. I don't technically have to shoot closer. Yeah, I'm gonna shoot at the 2. You've got to be kidding me. That's a 5 on 9. 5 on 9. 2 morale check. We'll do this first and then the sniper. You know what? Sniper doesn't activate. 2 morale check. Pin. Break. Reduced. Fine. So you're reduced. You're pinned and you're broken. This guy also DMs. And also this guy. There. I did not get ready to fire again, which I am glad, I guess. 5, 4, do I move him? Do I shoot him? I could just, like, kill the 9-1. That doesn't really matter anyways. 5 up 1. No. Alright. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna try and shoot at the guy in X2. Okay, it was W9. I knew it'd have to be one or the other. Alright, whatever. Doesn't matter. Movement. None. Defensive. 12 up 4. I can't believe it's another 11. I'm just haunted by 11s. Mortar against X6. Didn't get what I wanted. No rate. 8 up 1. Pintash check. He's fine. Okay. 4 up 1. I don't even know if he can see him. Can he see him? And of course, it's the one time I roll snake eyes. Alright, well. No advancing. Routes. Routes. Prep. Defensive. Routes. You go there. These guys. I mean, there's no point moving them. I need to. I might as well try and get the thing. Advances. Might as well. These guys will go there. 8-1. The 838 is going to go back. So he can 1, 2, 3, 6. Oh, that sucks. He'll go to W7, I guess. He's useless at this point. Yeah. CC, none. Turn 9.5. Last turn. Weather, no change. Rally phase. Going to attempt self-rally on the leader. Doesn't get it. I gotta take off pins. And then 3 morale, rally checks here. No, no, and no. DM goes away. Prep fire phase. I literally can't really risk it. Like, the only options I have are 4 flat. No. 4 flat. No. Mortar. Nope. That's also just a straight miss. Second time in a row. Plus no rate. 4 flat. 4 on 4. You... You gotta be kidding me. I just make him Fanatic and Hero. That's game. There's no... There's no way. There's no way. I battle hardened and they can't battle harden. They become Fanatic, which means they don't cower anymore. Okay. I have to hope that everything goes wrong. 4 flat. 6. Normal morale check. Squad. The now Fanatics break, which doesn't help. But they're broken. That's one less shot. That's... Yeah, it doesn't really matter how many guys. Like, I am not... There's not a world... Okay, this is it. I'm only doing this because there's the off chance of a 12 on 12 for residual that leads to a pin test check that is successfully passed. The only reason. But the sacrificial lambs come in. 1, 8 down 2. Fuck. 3 on 8. K2. Yeah. So this guy's halved. And then breaks instantly to this. 1, 2. Hero's gonna shoot 1 down 3. Come on! There's no way it's a 1 morale check. He's fine. Sniper doesn't activate. So it's 2 movement to get there. I'm gonna shoot this gang. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. That is a 10 down 2, I believe. That's a 5 on 10, 2 morale check. Yeah, that's game. And then, you know, he would have had to survive a 24 down 4. What would it have been? Okay, yeah, he was dead. There's no way. That's unfortunate. There's just nothing else to do. Wow. Yeah, I don't like this scenario. I am shocked, legitimately shocked, that on the ASL archive, if I refresh this, I'm going to look at all 3 versions. Because I need to know. I need to know how it's been voted the 3 times. So the oldest version, obviously, should have the most plays just by time, unless Birds of Prey somehow has like hit this super popular resurgence, which I cannot imagine it has. So just by virtue of that, it should have the most plays and presumably the most votes. It's hitting an average rating of 5.93. It is a 56 wins for the Germans, vice 39 for the Belgians. So it's kind of one-sided. It's not super one-sided, but it's getting there. The second version of this, in third version Doom Battalions, okay, so someone did not. Well, I guess they used the same number, but I don't know if Roar sees it any differently. So instead, I'll just read the archive records. 7-3 for the Germans. Average rating 6.27. What was the last number of votes? 30 people voted on the first version. Barely scratched the 6. This is a 6.27 with 15 people voting. And the most recent version of this, apparently nobody has recorded a play on ASL Scenario Archive. Which I don't know if that's just everybody, like nobody who has the 4th edition record stuff, or because you search for Birds of Prey, you get the first version, or the first results and then you just add your record there. Um, I don't like this scenario. I think this is a terrible scenario. Um, the only use for this scenario, I would say, is that you can use it to train yourself with aircraft. That's probably the only thing I could generously give it. Um, I do think that there's some legitimacy in the fact that I legit rolled the worst possible weather for an infantry only attack. These mortars do not have. They shouldn't have smoke either. I'm pretty sure it. If they don't have a smoke number, they just don't have it. Um, so yeah, like these are the shitty mortars, no air burst, which doesn't matter for this scenario, but they're no air burst. It's two rate of fire is the worst kind of mortar. I don't think there's a mortar with one rate of fire. So two rate of fire is the worst you can find on the mortars. Um, you know, three firepower is very anemic if you're playing with IFT rules instead of the incremental. Two firepower is absolutely dog water. Like it sucks. Um, like obviously it's just worse than having three firepower just by virtue, but it's terrible. There's no there's no good places to be in this stone building outside of one hex, which is Z2 to see X6. Like if I draw it out, doesn't see it, can see it. Oh, you can see. Okay, that's interesting that that's allowed. So maybe that's my fuck up there is I should have just had everybody in these three hexes. I was sure that you couldn't see X6. That's like the only saving grace is you toss 12 squads in these three hexes and you have them shoot at X6 and you pray. You go, I hope I'm not getting are any of these +2? No, that just counts the angle. And this shouldn't be +2. Yeah. So, you get +4, 12 squads. Yeah, like, I don't know. I just feel like if you do that sort of stacking, you are going to have a Stuka drop a bomb on you. If they're lucky, they blow up the building completely with a crit. Even if they don't, do you want to take a 28 firepower or 24 firepower up 3? Probably not. You don't have upper levels to help you out. Like, it's just. I don't know. I don't think that this scenario is fun. It's also very much like critical hit coded and just terrible design. If you have a board, if you have a board that can only ever be useful on turn 1 and then you never see it ever again, shame on you for adding it to the scenario card. That is, if I'm going to a tournament, I have to drag board 11 with me. And like it's one board, it's not like it's not breaking your weight limit on your bag, for travel or anything. But that's one more piece that wear and tear will slowly claim its life. It's a piece that you can lose or have stolen or you forget about, and the only thing you use it is for one hex row. Like, it's not worth it. You can have them start here. You can have them have like start in hexes number 2 or fewer, and with half their movement points. Boom, you've eliminated this board entirely. There's no world in which there's like I don't think there's a single hex that can see south of this canal outside of like maybe D6 snipe through these two woods and maybe somehow it sees H5 on 23 maybe. And like that's a sniper shot that unfortunately with 14 range that mortar can't hit anyway. So I don't understand it. The medium machine guns like the only thing that the Belgians could use. You're going to want to DM it anyway so that you can run with it. Otherwise, like you're just losing time. You can shorten this. You could shorten this by 2 turns. and you would probably never change anything. Like, I think the only way the Belgians have ever won this, actually, are there? Now I really need to know. I'm very curious as to what other people have written on a Belgian success, if it's been written at all on the ASL Scenario Archive, because outside of a Stuka getting a mistaken attack and bombing a a super stack, which if you're trying to play like anti-sniper, like you put, a squad in W6, you put squads in Y6, and if your Stuka is targeting a guy in U2 or V2, he has to target W6. You can't pick X6. Same thing, like if a Stuka's on this side, can't pick him. The only way you could pick the middle is if you had like strictly you know, in the middle, down the X hex line. Which, if you forget, if you just misplay, I can understand that. But outside of that, there's never a reason not to use your Stukas in to just bomb anybody else. And even on a mistaken attack, your death stack in X6 will survive. I had an 8-1 there to start with, but a 9-2 does an even better job when you're flinging. I guess like these guys probably would have been half firepower, so I probably did a morale check wrong. So instead of like 3 morale check, it was 2 morale check or 1 morale check. This stack would have still broken. Like, the chances are lower, sure, that they break, but the point is just that there is so little that the Belgians can do realistically. You have to put smoke in X2 and hope, and you just pray. Like, I just don't. You have to get lucky. You have to hope that, a half squad or a full squad gets to X2 and just survives. However that happens. Whether it's like four four snake eyes in morale checks in a row, it doesn't matter. But I just. This is silly. Belgium wins. Somebody had just had more experience. They won in 2007. Stuka mistaken attack equals bad, very bad. Again, I can imagine that being the only saving grace is like Stuka mistaken attack, bomb load. You drop a 150 on this. That's the way to turn it around. But outside of that, like, Belgian win, used balance. Like, Stuka's being there for 2 turns less for sure is helpful. I don't think it changes the game necessarily. Somebody lost despite killing half of the Belgian force, which is insane to think about. And is there any others here? German win, Belgian win. This scenario is a real dud. It's a pure dice fest with the Belgians lining up on one side of the canal and the Germans on the other, assuming they make it across safely. What do you mean, assuming they make it safely? Don't tell me that somehow these guys start in... That doesn't mean anything. They start north of the canal. Who cares? If they survive, what do you mean? There's not a single hex that any German troop can exist in that the Belgians will see them on turn 1 and shoot them. It's impossible. You would have to have like a guy in like Y10 CX with a full stack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then what? Like, you jump into Z8 and then you shoot them? No way. That's no. You start on X2, you start in X1, you start in Y1, you prevent that shot. It's just, it's dumb. It's dumb. Hell, you could just smoke. Like, who cares? At no point does start north of canal make either any sense or has any intrinsic value. Yeah, like, that's dumb. There's no way. You just pull back. Why would you not just pull back? No. Like, Germans have TM advantage. The Belgians have the range. I mean, they barely have the range. Big swing factor Stukas. In our game, Germans didn't get them in time, but for the Belgians had the breakthrough on dice, eliminating 1.5 German squads, breaking the 9-2 and breaking another 2.5 squads. Yeah, like if you break half their force and kill the 9-2, sure, like you can win. I agree on that one, but no, I don't think there's a way. Like it's one turn of movement. You get 9 hexes. It's just no. I think this scenario is just a dud, a real stinker. I'd probably give this like a 2. I don't know. I don't like this. I don't like this one at all. Sure, like you can run a guy with a leader and get to Z7 or AA7, I guess. But like can't see it. Can't see it. Yeah, you're not out of range, but whatever. Can't see that either. Can't see it, can't see it. Yeah, this proves my point. Like, Z7 gets a shot on X4 at extended range. Okay. Like, have an 838 drop smoke, which they have an exponent of 3 for just real insanity, and Viola, nothing happens. Or you just have 2 sacrificial 838s, because the 838s aren't going to do too much on the southern side, but if you can't somehow get your entire German force south of Canal on turn 1, then I don't know, it's just bad luck at that point. But there's no way for the Belgians to threaten anything else. Like there is essentially one hex that they can do something in, and then that's it. Okay. And even if you break, like as long as not everybody breaks and some people get by, if you get into X6, that's it. Like you don't, you're not in trouble. So yeah, I don't think this scenario is all that great. Yeah. Saturday should have a game with Rutan. I have to chat him up and make sure that we are having a game, but we should. And regardless, if that's not the case, then we'll do another solo night, but hopefully it won't be the case. And unless something else comes up, should be okay. Should have a game. So I hope you all have a lovely week, and I will see you next time. Bye!